What's going on YouTube? This is Jamie, the household handyman, and today we're going to go over something near and dear to me and my wife's hearts. Movies and the Blu-ray player. But not this one right there, that's the one I just bought. And why did I buy it? Quite simple. This one over here stopped working. Not in the sense of normal stop working. It actually works fine as far as apps and streaming goes. However, the drive right here that you put your Blu-ray in will not come out, and our disc is stuck in there. So in order to remedy that, it doesn't come out with any power on it. Otherwise it would be plugged in and I'd be doing some testing like that. But being that I already know how these work and everything that's pretty much in there, I have a feeling if the whole assembly isn't bad in some way, there's a little belt in there that will actually spin around and open and close this and allow you to push the open close button and allow your disc to go in or out. But since that's not working, and we need to figure out why, but I don't want to ruin her disc at the same time. So if you notice, when you flip your Blu-ray player over like so, you got this little groove right here. Well, that groove is put into the bottom, and I don't think you'd be able to see into that, but inside of there there's a little wheel, and you can actually go inside there and spin it and open this mechanism to get your disc out. So we're going to do that and get her disc out before I tear it apart. This is my toolkit. It's from iFixit. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. However, I love their tools, so I use them when I do repairs like this. So in the kit, I'm just going to flip this up right here, and I'm going to grab the metal spudger because that's all I should need. And keep in mind, this is unplugged. Don't stick anything in this while it's live. For the sake of you all being able to see what I'm doing, I'm just going to slide it in right there. And all I'm doing is spinning the little wheel inside there. And as you can see, it starts opening up that tray right there. Alright, well, I don't want to scratch anything, but spin it a few more times. Alright, that's open far enough. So we'll put our spudger back in, and then we'll go ahead and flip it over. And as you can see, it popped this tray out, and try very much not to scratch her disc. She likes her workout discs. So there's her disc, and the tray is open. But because I've already done several tests on this, I know that plugging it in and opening it back up ain't gonna happen. So now that the disc is out, and I've already got a replacement Blu-ray player, I'm just gonna take this apart real quick. So we can go ahead and we can shut this tray again. It doesn't matter. If you needed to get it back open again, just go back to your I'm gonna call it my Blu-ray player won't open, give me my disc back wheel. But we'll call it an access wheel for the professional term. And then we're gonna go ahead and take this thing apart, see what's going on with it. This particular Blu-ray, to take apart, you got a screw here, and then you have a screw here. And that's the only thing holding this top cover on. So I'm gonna take that off, and then I'll go ahead and resume the video. Alright, now you can see that the screws are out, and then we'll just set it down flat, grab it, and slide it back. And you can set your beauty cover to the side. And look at what you're left with inside that beautiful bad boy. That's your Blu-ray, CD, DVD player, laser. You've got your ribbon cable coming over to the motherboard. You got your heat sink right there for your processor in this, and as you can see, this one's just got little springs to hold it up. And then I don't know if I'll be able to do it with one hand, but if you pull it up, get underneath there, you can see the little processor board. And basically that's just the board. It'll probably have a little bit of thermal paste on top of it, and then that's compressed down, and this heat sink dissipates the heat from the board and the processor. Not much to it. This is your power board right here. This is your AC power coming in. Got a little fuse right here. So if you weren't getting any power into it at all, and you look down, you could see it'll say yada yada, risk of fire, replace fuse, blah blah. This is your fuse right here. So if you needed to replace that, Radio Shack would probably be your best bet, and you would need to have some soldering skills, which I do, so I'm not worried about, and that's not a problem. What you also want to check for is your capacitors right here. Look at them. These store energy, so anytime you're working on these, go ahead and discharge them simply by, you could take a screwdriver and just make sure it's insulated, and just touch the two tips together and it'll go ahead and discharge the capacitor. As you can see in looking at them, they all look good. If there were anything that was failing on the capacitor wise, they would be puffed up and look like kind of like a popcorn bag at the top. So it's really unlikely that there's anything going on there. So then that leaves this over here, and in order to get to this and see what's going on, we have 4 different screws. We got one there, one there, there, and there. I'm gonna go ahead and pop out those screws real quick, and then we'll resume the video. Alright, as you can see, we went ahead and removed the 4 screws out of there. And be gentle with it, because you do have ribbon cables right there. And you don't want to tear any of them. This is the motor that actually opens and closes the Blu-ray player drawer. So we'll take a look in there and see what's going on. And I did forget to mention before I took it apart, you do have to pop off this front clip right there, and that's just a matter of having that side clip, top clip, side clip, and basically just popping it off real quick with a screwdriver. So there's really nothing to that. Then you get into your actual Blu-ray player, and this is a better example. That's the same wheel that you can get without opening any of this up, and to spin it around, and it'll tell you on there close, open, and which way to spin it in order to open your player up. So we'll go ahead and just pop it open right quick again. Just give it a couple slides. It's hard to do with one hand, but I'm going to do my best to manage. Alright, I think we got it open enough. Past the little latch, and then we can just gently flip it over and slide out the tray. And there we have it. And I've already this is the little belt that I was referring to, and that motor actually spins like so. And what I was hoping was wrong with it was this belt either was broke and or fell off. That they do sometimes, if you can see like that, how they flex. Sometimes when you hit open or something, as they age, it'll flex and it'll pop off, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So I'm going to slide this open right quick, And flip it up. And I'm going to test the motor right quick and see if that's got continuity. So let me just pause this right quick because I don't have enough hands. But ultimately we're just going to pull out this little piece right there and test these leads that go right to here and right to there. That's your positive and negative. And with your multimeter you can just test that and find out if the motor's any good. I'll be right back. Alright, back with y'all now. And actually I got really lucky. I found the problem. I had to resolder one of these tabs as it looked like it had a cold solder joint, and just over time with this opening and closing, I believe that solder joint on that negative broke. The motor still tested good, so that's the only thing I could be able to see wrong with it. So that being said, that's good news, because even though I already bought my other Blu-ray player, I have a smart TV in the back, but I can still use this to watch Blu-rays on. So we'll go ahead and close that up because we don't need it open anymore. And we'll go ahead and line our piece back up in there. And then we're going to take our little screws and we're going to put them back where they go, which is not possible for me to probably hold this phone and show you, but they're gonna go right there, but standing up straight. So let me put these screws in right quick, and then I'll get right back with you. Alright, as you can see, I've reinserted these 4 screws right there to re-hold our tray in, and now I'm going to put the cover back on and put in the back screws on the sides that I showed you at the beginning, and then I'll just snap the front cover on and we'll see if it works. So as soon as I slide this on, I could actually probably slide it on while recording, hopefully. See if I can use my knees here too. Yeah, not too bad. And almost got it where I want it. Well, let me set this down for a minute and then I'll go ahead and resume. Alright, as you can see, we got the cover slid back on and everything. And just going to put that screw and that screw in, and I'll resume. Alright, as you can see, it's back together. Sorry, without a tripod it makes it hard. Let me just say, and again, I'm not sponsored by any of these people, not paid. I bought my own tools, but if you want a good precision toolkit for phones or anything like this, definitely should consider the iFixit 2016 Precision Toolkit. It is a really good kit, and for the majority of the thing, as far as screwdrivers, it's all you'll really need. So I just want to put that out there. Now what we're going to do right quick is run this into the kitchen and grab our discs and see if this thing works. And if it doesn't, well, then I'll probably throw it in the trash. And we'll plug it in. Oh yeah, that's a nice tight plug. I like it. Then we'll go ahead and hit the power. And as you can see, the power came on, so that's a good thing. And then we'll hit the open button. And look at that, back in the money. Put our disc in, close it up. So literally I bought that thing 5 years ago and paid like $70–$80 for it, and it worked good up until a couple days ago, and I just went and bought a new one. Probably if I felt like taking it apart before that, could have saved money. As you can see, works flawless, just had a bad solder joint. So that's it. That's how you disassemble and repair a Samsung Blu-ray player. Thanks, YouTube. We'll catch you later.